Hello, and welcome to Season 4 of Super Pros Bros. I am Player 1 Ike, and with me, as always, is...
Player 2, Eli, and Bromasia. Do you know this podcast is on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify?
I did not, Brosie O'Donnell. Are those the same places they could
Like,
comment,
share?
and subscribe?
It most certainly is.
Hot damn!
My God.
What is, by the way, what is Bromasia supposed to be like kind of parodying off of?
So in League of Legends lore,
Okay.
like, one of the countries is Demacia.
Demacia, yeah.
Yeah.
Once you said League, I immediately knew exactly what you're talking about for no particularly understandable reason. Things that I also don't understand for any particular reason. What is going on in your world?
Not a whole ton.
Good, that sounds like it'd be heavy.
Shut the fuck up. I'd say last weekend, pretty low key. I was pretty much just hanging out with other Eli.
Not myself.
Just hanging with myself. And yeah, that was a good time. But this week I've been kind of sick through half of it, last number of days. So that hasn't been so wonderful. I've basically been sick Wednesday through still. So this last week has been pretty much just me chugging a ton of tea and playing a decent amount of Diablo 4 while I'm fucking low energy as hell. New
well,
stuff.
all right.
Must scratch the AARPG itch. So yeah, it just kind of has. It's been one of those things are normal. This is as it is, I guess. And trying to not pollute my brain with too much political outrage at the moment because Jesus H. Christ.
It's just so much fun over here.
I'm really tired of living in unprecedented times. I'd love to live in some more precedented times, I'll be honest. It'd be cool.
I'm not going to give him credit like he did good things on purpose, but there have been occasional headlines where I'm surprised that he accidentally made a decision that I don't hate. So, for instance, I thought Ukraine was going to be mad fucked after this election, because also do not have any respect for the man. However, for some reason, he decided to show up his old fling and be like, "Hey, Putin, fucking no!" And I was like, "Wait, really?
Cool.
You're gonna tell Daddy what to do all of a sudden? Got the keys? Take 2 electric boogaloo. It's my turn to drive. Is that what this is? All right. Look at you go. I mean, he's doing every other thing basically wrong, but that one. Also, there was a comedian that had a very interesting point about how with their clarification, so there's been bullshit about sex and gender and all that crap going on because they can't help themselves. Yeah, everyone is, according to the Republican government, every single human being in the United States at least is a woman.
You're a woman.
You're a woman.
You want to be or not, you're a woman.
So this should have been the Super Sisters podcast.
According to the powers that be, yes.
According to King Cheeto, this should have been this.
According to the Cheeto in Chief, this is the Super Sisters podcast.
Damn it, we should have introed that way. That would have been so great. Super Pros Sisters podcast. Coming to you until they figure out how to remedy their clerical error and read. That might take a while.
High school biology. Fucking nuts.
It's fucking amazing how stupid.
I just wish there weren't ramifications for actual people.
Yeah.
I also just want there to be consequences for cool, we have Nazis.
Yeah, I think hoping for consequences at this point in our universe is becoming a lost dream.
but it's like one of those, like, I don't want it to have to be that we need more Luigi Mangione action, but like I feel like that's
Luigi, Luigi, I shoot your dad.
like, but I feel like that's the direction that we're pushing things.
I
From like,
mean, my favorite is that Costco is still the shit. Everybody's freaking out,
everyone's
saying
like
dumb
freaking out
shit.
with DEI, and they're like,
Costco's like,
no,
oh, no, just no,
yeah,
it's not happening here. I'm
yeah,
like,
it's
fuck yeah, it's not.
like
You go, Costco.
the only other upside out of all of this is a cool. I can feel good about shopping at Costco.
Yeah,
Thank Christ. If I had to feel guilty about shopping at Costco, I think I might kill myself.
yeah. The end of
Um,
times is nigh.
yeah, I'd be like, whoop, I'm just walking out into the woods.
On
Let
the
a
plus
bear.
side, that's not far for you.
Yeah, it's about 9 feet out my back door. Um, the other one that I've been happy about is the fucking like bishop,
Oh yeah,
which Jesus,
dude, that
Jesus
is
H Christ,
so wild.
that is the most lukewarm,
Yeah,
confrontational shit ever. That's not confrontation. They're just saying like, hey, please be nice. That's
yeah.
all they're doing.
And people on the right are like, "What the fuck? Stay in your lane." It's like,
What a fucking
dude.
crazy liberal agenda. It's like, what a leftist. It's like,
All she said was pay.
she's a bishop asking you for mercy for oppressed
Yeah,
people. Motherfucker, you wouldn't know real Christianity if it hit you with a brick, which it just did, and you still couldn't get the memo.
yeah, and I'd
And I'm
like them to
glad,
try a couple more times with that brick.
yeah, like, and I'm just glad that she just didn't back down. She's like, no, I'm not apologizing. Which God bless, in
Literally.
every literal sense of that word. And I'm glad that people who aren't even religious are like, oh, I can get behind this woman at least. It's like,
Yeah,
cool. Like, I'm glad that
she's speaking sanity.
yeah, I'm glad that for as much as like Christianity is a horrible rap in this country, and I don't blame most people for hearing like you're Christian, they're just like, I don't fuck with that. I can't even be angry at that because of how polluted the idea of Christianity is in this country. So I'm
Yeah,
glad that at actual Christian Witness, a bunch of people like, nah, bitch has got it going on.
yeah,
Which I'm like, cool. Thank Christ, I'm not crazy. Like, that has been the only decency to come of this political fucking fiasco.
yeah.
And we're in
It's
fucking day 6.
yeah. Well, that I'm just loving. It's not. It's sadly somewhat political, but I'm just loving that Elon is being in the news for cheating at playing video games.
Oh dear God!
The fact that that's a thing
Yeah,
says so
it's
much about how tiny Elon's penis is.
dude. Like,
It's like,
I love hate. It's so embarrassing. Like,
it's just dude,
who
you have
gives
a
a shit?
billion-dollar company. Who cares?
Dude, like,
Like it.
that man
How tiny is your ego?
it's
Or big? I don't know.
embarrassing. Like, he has all the money in the world and he can't buy dignity. Like,
Also, he feels the need to in a space that is fucking. I say this as a proud one. Basement dwellers, dude. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Flexing, being like, "Yo, I'm fucking crushing at this video game." When you're a billionaire, is just fucking insane.
Do you know? Here's the best part. Have you seen any of the clips of him playing PoE 2?
No, I've heard about him through
Okay.
you and our
The
Discord.
best one and the ultimate, like, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say I'm great at Path of Exile, but I'm better than the average Muppet just because I've played so fucking much of it.
yeah.
Okay, like he's playing without a loot filter. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't play the game more than 10 hours and not fucking get a loot filter. You especially don't play the end game for more than 10 hours without a loot filter. It's not just you don't do it. A. B. The best part, the most indicative shit that I've ever seen. This dude's gear is outrageous. It's like it's the best gear on the server. Full stop. Like there isn't somebody with better gear than this. The gear is nasty. Like, for example, my character, who is like decently kitted, he can do pretty good shit, is maybe worth a total of, say, 15 divines. That's like my budget, right? Okay. This guy's staff alone was worth probably 60. Just one piece. Just one. It was probably the best staff in all of hardcore. It was psychotic. It was almost perfect. And he looked at his gear and he's like, well, this is only a level 62 staff. I should probably look at upgrading it. It's like, you can't. That's not physically possible. It's perfect. You're never upgrading it. You fucking nincompoop. Like, he just looked at the item on stuff and looked at like the item on his pair of gloves, which are unique, so they're a fixed level. He's like, no, it's only level 50 pair of gloves, so I might want to upgrade these. He's like, no, you don't. That's what makes your build. That's what makes your build do damage. You nutsack. Like, you fucking imbecile. You don't know how this works.
It's like watching it. Like it's watching like the owner of a company who's never set foot on the factory floor.
Yes.
Tell them that they have to like change things in the boiler room. It's like, dude, you have no scope. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. That is such a perfect analogy. It's fucking management trying to do like fucking factory line work.
Yeah.
And trying to explain how it works to the guys who work there, and like, get back in your fucking office, you idiot. Like,
yeah, go enjoy your seat while I do your fucking job.
Yeah, let a man do the real work. Get the fuck out of here. It's just embarrassing. Like, he's fighting something and he just lets himself be out of mana for like 10 seconds. And it's like, you have a mana flask. What are you doing? Press the button. You're not actually doing damage. Press the fucking button. It's just embarrassing, man.
It's like, honestly, it's like something I've seen before. So there was this time period in Magic, at least in like the Northern Bay area, where people that I had never seen before would come play like local tournaments, and they would show up out of nowhere with a fully foiled deck, which back then, they've kind of changed things now where that's actually not nearly as like worthwhile. But back then, that was like, a lot.
They like
that was
doubled the value of most cards, right?
Some of them quintupled.
Oh,
like
damn.
there were like the difference between a normal, back in the day anyway, maybe this is the same, but like a normal fetch land and a foil fetch land was like usually a 5x. I used to think it was a 2, but it's like a 4 to 5x.
Okay, by the way, a huge market increase.
A huge, cool. Yeah. And so they're showing up with these like decks that were already thousands of dollars and this thousands of dollars more. I'm like, hot damn, this person must love this deck. Nope. They just have money. And you'd see them just be like reading cards and like playing badly, and you're like, skill difference, and just whoop-ah!
More money than sense.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And to your point, who is he trying to impress?
Yeah, it's
because the people who like you already don't give a fuck, and the people who like this game can see through the really, really shoddy veneer.
Also, it's just not that many people.
It's more than you'd think, but yeah.
I mean, like, on a global scale, it just, like, yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just...
The man's dick is too small
for
the women who have had children with him.
Yeah, it's just fucking wild. So, is that about your week?
That's it. That's all I got.
So, I'm not gonna try to belabor too many points here. Remember that date I went on where I was like, wow, she like works in TV. I'm just enjoying it for the time that it is.
Sure.
That time was literally 24 more hours from when we recorded the podcast. Went out on a Saturday. On Monday night, she's like, I'm done. She's like, I'm good. Which makes me think and kind of hope that she did hook up with that girl in the bathroom and that she was just like playing it off. Because I really want that to have been, because that's just better than her being like boring or because we had like an amazing first date. So I'm just like, man, I really hope it was that and not something else. Sure. Me texting too much because I like talking to people. That would have sucked. Anyway, so that happened. Kind of fucking laid me low for a second. I have been attempting to playtest in these last 2 weeks. I've been attempting to playtest for this tournament I'm going up to in Portland, where my co-host is going to come down and see me for a sandwich or a pizza or something. And I've been trying to playtest for this tournament, which the best and most like easy way to do it is playing online, building decks, changing cards, playing game actions. You can do it. You and your friend can do it from the luxury of their own home. Except for the last 2 weeks, there have been lag issues on Magic Online, so I haven't been able to test. and I'm very sad. That there is no correlation here, but I have recently, I feel like I talked about it on the podcast. I was like mildly interested in looking into HR
A little
and
bit,
as
yeah.
like a future career because I'm not, what I'm doing now is not long term for a bunch of different reasons. Um, However, did some looking into HR, talked to some friends, and was like, oh, it's basically a lawyer in a cubicle going over like company paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I'd like that. That doesn't. My knee jerk reaction is I don't think so, and I'm trying to do a better job of listening to my knee jerk reaction as opposed to like, now let's logic this when it's matters of preference.
Yeah.
More on that later. So I have decided to look into, after talking, I kind of came up with my heuristics of here's what I need, ran it by you, ran it by some other friends, and two of my friends, independent of each other, one of which is a coder, was like, dude, it sounds like you're talking about coding. So I'm like, huh, okay. Well, as computers of the future, after I am done with my next series of tournaments in early March, I am going to look into coding, which is kind of nice because I mean, I do have to go to school for it in quotes, but I can like try it out and like see if I like the beginning steps of it from
Yeah.
the comfort of my own home and no money spent. Um so uh speaking of finally being real with myself, I think today was the first, or last night was the first time I was ever. Have you? Okay, so you're back in the dating thing. Have you ever like mid match with somebody talking? The conversation's fine, but not
Good.
like great. It's like
Yeah.
okay. It's like passable. It's like a song you wouldn't skip on the radio,
Yeah.
but you go on the date anyway because you're like, yeah, maybe it'll be different. Maybe blah blah blah. Or do
Yeah.
you cut it there?
Um. I mean, I haven't met like that many people through sites, but I have.
Uh,
I have gone on like. I have gone on a date where it's like it was an okay conversation. It's like, well, this is weird. This
yeah.
isn't
So
great.
I've done that multiple times now. I'm realizing, and last night was the first time I was like, "Look, you're awesome. Like you're a good person. There's nothing wrong. Just the vibe isn't, S
Well,
tier.
it's not what I want. Yeah.
I'm getting B plus tier, A minus tier. I'm like, I can do better than that. And like, no shade on you. It's just it's not that you're a bad person. It's that the chemistry is at A minus at best. I'm like, you know what? Nah, canceled the date. So instead of having coffee out and about, I'm having it in my nice little cup this morning, saving me money too. Um, this morning, right before the podcast, I was shaving my beard or like cleaning up my beard,
Yeah.
and I clipped a corner of it, and so
Okay.
there was this big chunk missing on a sideburn.
Mm-hmm.
So I now have an anchor beard because I needed to fix that and then balance it out. For those of you that don't know what an anchor beard is, it's a full, kind of full beard minus the sideburns. So, or that's my take on it anyway. I think an anchor beard is supposed to have like a floating mustache, but I'm not going to do that. That looks weird on me, I think. So I'm rocking an anchor beard right now for those who can't see me, which is everybody. All right, I've got two stories from work. Do you want the $9 million story or do you want the Wicked story first?
Go Wicked first.
So the other day, the other day at school on Thursday, they're going through they're like setting up to watch Wicked for like it's something for the kids. It's like an art. I think Thursdays are basically art night where they either take them to a play, a movie, or something like that, and they basically have them fill out a report.
Okay.
It's a way to expand their horizons and show them art. Love it. And so this week they were watching the movie Wicked in our school. And so they're setting it up. And there's this kid who I really like, who I was tutoring there and like kind of chit chatting with. And we'd been talking about like basketball and like supervillains and shit. And then Wicked comes on the screen and he like thinks about it. He goes, if some bitch fucking popped out of the sky dropped a house on my sister and stole her shoes. And I asked for him back, and she said, "Nah, motherfucker," and went off dancing with some midgets. I'd fucking kill her too. And I was like, you know what? Yes, dead on. I absolutely. Kid fucking nailed it. I was like, dude, that logic is sound as hell. Like, that absolutely.
I mean, shit, kid's got a point.
Yeah, he is not wrong. I was like, man, that is fire. That might become a bit some way in a future episode. I don't know, but it made me laugh so hard. I was like, dude, this kid's just on it. He's just not right. And he said it so casually. He was like, you know what? And like, no, it wasn't like anybody asked. It was just like casually watching. Like, he's like, you know what? And I was just like, yeah, nah, he's right. Fuck that bitch. Because it is kind of interesting. All she goes is, all right, give me, like, she doesn't want blood. The Wicked Witch is like, yeah, just give me my sister's shoes. And she's like, I mean, obviously it's not like go fuck yourself, but she like doesn't. It's like, all right, I'm gonna fucking take him back how I feel fit then. It's like, that's fair. All right. Now for the $9 million question.
Yeah.
The end of, I'm trying to remember what day of the week it was. But sadly it wasn't Friday. But one of the days we're closing out, and it came to light that Snoop Dogg apparently was paid $9 million to sing at like Trump's inauguration or like one of his thingamajiggery doos.
Yeah.
Which bummer. Sure. Wish it wasn't him because, you know, kind of fuck with him.
Yeah.
But one of the teachers, and she's not that rich, she's just on a bit of a higher horse in my opinion, was like, I mean, who would do that? What kind of moral blah, blah, blah? And I'm just like, how much is it? And she's like, $9 million. Like, how many songs was it? She was like, 1 or 2. I was like, I hate the guy and I'd fucking do it. I don't know. Like, you said 9 million, right? With an M? And she was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll fucking do that. And she's like, your character. I was like, yeah, but my house. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, you can judge him. It's like judging the fucking McDonald's order that turned in like Luigi. It's like, look,
I can judge Snoop because that motherfucker doesn't need $9 million.
Okay, I'll get to that.
Sure.
But she's just going off of like, oh man, like one of my coworkers is from fucking Orange County. That's where they grew up, and they're like, I've turned away shoes from a rich man. I was like, bitch, you grew up with fucking money. You grew up in the OC. You were never poor. You might not have been rich, but you were never poor. You grew up in OC. Shut the fuck up. And my other coworker's like, oh, I did this and that. It's like, you're a crazy artist person who I love to death, but also money never meant anything to you. You grew up having less. I don't know, like I'm glad that you have your morals and this and that, but also people need to eat. So this is where I'm going to get to Snoop thing. One of two things. One, if Snoop doesn't take that money, somebody else will. So better that one person takes the money than the other. Like, this is my arguments for Snoop's prerogative. He can ostensibly do like more with 9 million for good, even though it's coming from a bad source, is an argument. Not saying it's foolproof or anything like that, but it's an argument for him doing it over somebody else. Because if he doesn't take it, there's a non-zero chance Kid Rock's fucking scuzzy ass comes up and takes it and just buys $9 million worth of meth. And it's better that Snoop buys $9 million worth of weed from reputable sources and helps his community. So one, he can use the money for good, or it's better that he has it than others that would take in it.
I think that's a weak as fuck argument, but go ahead.
Sure. But we're not going to debate it because neither of us debaters. Or masters in it, of it, the craft anyway. Ayo. Secondly, Snoop grew up in Compton. Poor as fuck. That mentality, listening to a lot of artists, comedians, musicians, whoever, who grew up poor, that mentality never leaves you.
Sure.
Jay Leno literally never touched his like Tonight Show money and lived off of doing stand-up on the side because he was at his core afraid most of his career that it would go belly up and that he would be destitute again. Guy has airplane hangars with cars. Think about that. That mentality never leaves you. Not really. And so I get
Sure.
it. I don't necessarily condone it, although my poor ass would 100% sing like a
So-
stool pigeon for that fucking Cheeto
to,
some bitch.
to which I say, I hear what you're saying,
Uh-huh.
and I personally agree with you. I would go, that's a life-altering amount of money. The amount of outrage directed at me will fade. Yeah, I'll sell myself for a bit. All right. I would be less inclined to give a shit if Snoop hadn't been wildly outspoken about hating Trump.
Sure.
Strike A. Problem two, the motherfucker has money for days.
Does.
And I get that, like, the idea of being poor never leaves you, but like, at a certain point, you're not poor. You don't.
Oh, I
need-
agree.
Like, yeah, I get.
No,
that-
I 100%. I'm just like, this is more of his mental state.
Sure, but like, I just.
Yeah.
at a
No,
certain-
I think
yeah.
I think it's a fair thing, but I brought it up and they just like poo-pooed it. It's like for context, it matters why. Not that it makes it acceptable, but like there's a good chance that played into it to varying degree. Like one of the two of them or both.
Sure. If he hadn't been outspoken about despising Trump, I wouldn't care.
Well, okay, would it change your mind if the next day he got on a podcast or whatever and was like, bitch got that $9 million Cheeto money, dumb motherfucker paid me even though I hate his ass? Like, if he clowned on him the next day, how would that make you feel?
What does $9 million fucking dollars mean to Snoop? Like,
Well,
I
No, but like if he, what I'm saying is
I
if
don't,
he
like-
if he like made fun of Trump the next day as if he got away with like kind of robbing him because he hated him, would that change your opinion of him or this
maybe.
decision? Okay,
Like,
that's
if
an
he-
idea.
Like, maybe, but I mean, I still just like kind of. I don't know if it's worth the idea of like saving face and just being true to your idea of like, fuck that guy. He doesn't understand you. He doesn't represent me.
Sure.
Eh.
All right. So now that we've belabored enough politics, which I'm sure will come back up through some of our answers, what are we talking about this week, my bro?
So we're gonna have something a little different today. We have seen it done a couple times on like YouTube. Is the idea of playing Monkey's Paw, where we are giving a wish to the other with two caveats that have to be met, and the other person is going to see if they can make us regret our wish. Because if you've read the short story The Monkey's Paw, it fulfills a wish for you, but often it is
At
not
a cruel and ironic twist.
Yeah, it's usually not worth what you wished for. Like it's just it's a disaster.
Yeah. It's like if a genie was a lawyer also.
I think if a genie was an asshole and he made it technically correct, but
The
you
best
hate it.
kind of correct.
Yeah.
And for this episode, it shall be. So I'll lead off.
Sure.
Oh, Monkey's Paw. I wish for infinite youth, locked in at the age of 27 with a good and long life and no abnormal health issues.
Done. You are forever 27, including your emotional maturity at the age of 27.
Fuck!
And
Oh, God, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Ah!
You have a perfect memory for heartbreak and disaster. You are going to remember every person that ever dies on you. You're going to remember every breakup you ever have, every nasty interaction. The rest of your memory will be standard, so it will start to decay over time. Meaning you will progressively catalog a nightmarish recollection of heartbreak and despair.
Jesus Christ. Stop! I'm dead! Stop shooting!
I'm proud of this one. This one's insidious as fuck.
Yeah, you went a lot deeper on that one than I think was necessary. God damn. All right. Your turn, bitch. Step right up.
Oh, alright. Rub the monkey's paw. I wish for a new car with no mechanical issues and no financial cost to me.
You get a beta model of the Tesla Cybertruck 2, which runs on a combination of electric, diesel, premium, and is signed by Elon and Trump.
remove the signature?
No.
Man, I didn't know what direction this was going. That was somehow worse.
Oh, great and powerful monkey's paw. I wish for wealth, legally obtained, and that I enjoy the lifestyle it allows.
Done. And you are more than happy to enjoy the lifestyle and the parties and the indulgences. But everyone you happen to know, everyone close to you, all your friends and family, they start to go broke. So you are struck with a paranoid and fervent belief that they are only friends with you because you have money, because they keep asking for money, because they keep needing things suspiciously, and they have an odd pin chance.
Why are mine fun and yours are fucking evil? What the fuck? Why do you hate me?
I don't know. It seems so terrible. This seems like
this is gonna be such a cattywampus episode.
I told you, I have a violent brain for this. It's gross.
Yes, Jesus, the first and last monkey's paw episode ever.
All right.
Yeah. Is that? Were you not done kicking my corpse yet? Or was there more? Sorry,
no,
I interrupted.
you pretty much get the gist.
All right, cool. Jesus Christ.
All right. I've stroked the monkey's paw. I wish to be a successful author without revealing my identity or damaging my existing relationships.
Your pseudonym is now Stephanie Meyer.
I know. Why do I know that name?
Just give it a Google. Maybe they've written something you've heard of. What you write there, bud? You got any works people might have heard of?
No. Oh, it's brutal. It's the picture of Twilight. Oh no.
I wasn't sure which would be worse, if I told you were Stephanie Meyer or the person that wrote 50 Shades.
Oh, I think 50 Shades is worse, but
oh,
damn, that's still brutal.
All right. Well, we had our fun. Now time to eat our poison. Oh, great and powerful and vindictive monkey's paw. I wish for the love of my life. They will treat me well, and they will not ruin my life through, what did I write? Reckless
living. Like
reckless living.
No crazy expenditures.
Yeah, no crazy expenditures or life choices.
Mazel tov. The problem is that she is diametrically opposed to you in terms of political. That doesn't come between you two ever. But if you ever go out or see a friend or talk about anything, she finds a way to inject crazy conservative politics into everything. Leading to wonderful rifts between you and friends and family. But she treats you like a goddamn angel. Enjoy.
Okay.
That one's not as terrible.
That one's not as terrible. It's just like that one's the most passable dagger in the side. It's like, I guess we just hang out at home, honey. Why? Hold on. Hold on one second. Trying to remember her name. Fuck. Okay, hold on. So I'm like married to the Boondocks version of Ann Coulter.
Yeah, pretty much.
For those of you that don't know, that is a damn great comparison. All right, champ, your turn.
All right.
Batter up, bitch.
I just want to know where this one goes. I wish for a sandwich that causes no misery and is of no harm to me.
Congratulations. You've just had the tastiest sandwich of your life.
Excellent.
After eating it, you're informed by the chef that it's made of people.
Okay, I saw this one coming. Man, fucking people with Soylent cream around or something.
And there's like basically no sauce on it. It's just the sandwich. It's just people and bread.
It's just well cooked people.
Oh no, it's a cold cut.
Oh no!
it's just people. There's not even fucking salt and pepper on that bitch.
Oh no!
you just
They
love
were
the taste of peeps.
through life. Oh no! Shit, the marbling was so good.
Let me give you a peck there, sweetie. All right, this one can't be last because it's gonna hurt the most when it goes bad.
Okay.
Oh, great and powerful and asshole monkey paw. I wish for my dream job of podcasting. I don't create immoral content and it pays well enough.
Sure.
I am happy.
You have a wonderful job podcasting, an agent who gives you a tremendous contract. But you are stuck working 70 hours weeks. You have appearances all across the country. You have a hit show. You are tremendously popular. And that means you were perpetually bogged down by publicity, notoriety, paparazzi, and stalkers. You barely get an hour to yourself ever again. But, you know, who can never be alone when there's people looking through your windows?
Yeah, but like, how successful am I? Can I like pay for security or like a house on a tower?
But you're still working 70-hour weeks. Enjoy the fatigue.
Honestly, so far that has been the most acceptable one.
Really?
I mean, like, I'm doing what I love it. I'm making money hand over fist. Like,
okay. Wow,
I mean, it's still bad, but like, it's the least bad. Obviously, I don't know what it's like to have stalkers, so like, I have no frame of reference for how shit that is. But
sure.
All right, hit me.
All right, rubbing the monkey's paw. I wish for a panacea, but it cannot be used to profiteer, and it can't be made using a heinous methodology.
You just turned everybody into day-walking vampires.
Huh. But doesn't everyone just die? Don't we all just starve to death?
Well, everybody that's sick turns into day-walking vampires. Everybody that needs a panacea.
So then what happened? So they just like effectively eliminate every like disease because there's suddenly no host for it. No, it doesn't quite work. But like
everybody that has a non-curable disease would need a panacea. So everybody with a panacea, everybody in need of said panacea, so cancer, you know, whatever, just turns into a day-walking vampire.
So does everyone moving forward, if you like get cancer, you just like...
Yeah. It's kind of like how in The Walking Dead, if anybody dies, they become a fucking zombie.
Okay.
You no longer get cancer, you now get vampire.
Alright, so healthy people are just gonna get fucking railroaded. Well,
good job, buddy. You did it! And you're famous for it while we're at it. Why not?
Ooh, I don't know that I want to be.
But you saved us all!
I don't
you know, the ones that were sick anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, eventually, like, they'll have to... Man, if too many people get sick, I'm just gonna end up starving the human population.
Oops!
Oh, no. I've done some fucking, I Am Legend shit out here. Oh, no.
Alright, my turn for the same problem. Oh, great and merciful monkey's paw. I too wish for a panacea. It cannot create war and needs to be sustainable.
Mazel tov, you have found a panacea. Unfortunately, it requires a very specific genetic tagging, which You're one of the only people that happens to have it. So you are, for the betterment of society, imprisoned and regularly have chunks of genetic material extracted from you. You get to live the rest of your life as a lab rat. Society is so much better for it. You're helping cure tremendous amounts of sick. You are helping heal sick people, but you get to spend your life under the knife, recovering, being carved again. Enjoy.
Yeah, I mean that does suck, but like, at least the output is like a net good. Like I'm basically Jesus 2.0. Yeah, I mean that sucks, but also like, so like,
Less cataclysmic than my option.
yeah, definitely. I'll take my option versus that one I gave you.
You'll take martyrdom versus calamity.
Yeah. There's gonna be fucking statues of me, bitch.
Maybe. You're gonna fucking like black site, so you can't be taken.
Yeah, hopefully my name's on the file when it's all over. I don't know. All right.
Alright. Alright, Monkey's Paw. I wish for super strength, but I want to have perfect control over it, so I'm not accidentally killing people. And that it doesn't inspire villainy as any kind of retribution or competition.
You lose all dexterity and can't even feed yourself because you're so swole. But hey, you can lift 3 Hummers. So this actually comes from, I took real life interactions as,
Okay.
way back in the day. This has been like 2016, 2017.
Okay.
I played a Magic tournament in Sacramento,
Sure.
and I sat across from the most jacked Magic player I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Later looked up and saw that his job was like weightlifting.
Okay.
Like he was a bodybuilder
Sure.
occupationally, which was like, yeah, no fucking shit. Watching him shuffle a deck of cards was like trying to watch a retarded monkey clap. It was just these truncated actions of a Mac computer that like had not enough RAM. It was just, it's like a human, or it's like a robot put on human skin but didn't have enough motor skills to make it look smooth. It was just like, bruh, do you like, I was a little too scared to ask if I could help him shuffle, but he clearly needed the help.
Oh no.
So that's gonna be you with cereal in the morning, just
Oh no.
But hey, you're fucking
Shit. I was half expecting to get like some cost of I do gigasteroids and I'm yoked as shit, but I basically lose my genitals.
Oh no, you can have your dick all you want. You just can't ever you you can't ever softly grab boob again.
Just bludgeon chest.
Just, well, it's more like you open your hand, you're like, would you like put it in there and move it around?
I feel like that defies a little bit against perfect control, but I'll let it go.
Oh, great and douchey monkey's paw. I wish to be the best Magic the Gathering player of all time. I still love the game at the end of it, and I'm beloved by the community.
I feel like we're just developing a Pavlovian response to hate snapping. Mazel tov, you are the GOAT. Your win record in tournaments is outrageous. You have beloved fan interactions that they see you as a champion of the game. Except you fucking hate the company and the direction it's going. You hate the overinflation on card prices. You hate the overinflation on sets and how much stuff they're spitting out. You still love playing and you love competing, but you are getting frustrated by how the tournaments are run, how the format is set up. you are still a champion of the game and want what's best, and you find yourself perpetually at odds with the money-grubbing executives, to the point that it becomes an obsession and an infatuation that you can't let go. You are slowly destroyed by your love of the game and how you are watching it be tarnished and destroyed. Enjoy.
Before you like put that last little addendum on, I was like, man, I'm there right now. Like,
yeah, now just
so much of this game is
keep
like
it going. I know that one's probably the most gross because of like I know how it feels.
Yeah,
It's just up it to 15.
yeah, yeah. You just like maxed out the fucking was it the Wheel of Pain or whatever?
Yeah,
from
pretty
Princess
much.
Bride. Yeah,
Yeah,
just like
you're
15.
yeah. Put the machine to 90 or not to 50. That's what it
Oh
is.
yeah, it's 50. That's right. All
yeah.
right.
So.
Yeah. That one's the last three have been like the closest. You really came out of the gates with a fucking razor wire taped baseball bat and just fucking gave it to me. These last three, you definitely feel like you took the razor wire off a bit. And I appreciate that about you.
Yeah, I mean, I added a really harsh note in my write-up. You're unable to focus on much else meaningful beyond magic. Relationships suffering from neglect due to your endless war with Watsy. I felt.
How's that different than now?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just it felt relatable at least.
Relatable. All right.
This is gonna sting. Oh monkey's paw. Wish for an end to world hunger that doesn't lead to an exploitation of workers. It doesn't require a mass extinction.
You become a chemist who discovers that humans can eat untampered, fresh cow diarrhea for all their daily nutrients.
Man,
you did it! You saved us all!
I mean, if you could do liquid nutrition, maybe it's not the worst.
Deep breath.
Or you inject liquid nutrition. Man, I was expecting some weird kind of social ritual. Nope, just shit. Just literal shit.
Here's the shit you've always wanted.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting like basically some it basically turns into like a war or something. Like that it like there isn't direct casualty as a result, but like
yeah, initially without the requires mass my initial response, I forgot one of the addendums and I was like, congratulations, you invented cannibalism. But then I was like, oh wait, mass extinctions. Damn it.
Yeah, I think my wording is mass extermination, so yeah, it was work. But yeah, my thought would be like you found something to make food for everybody, and it's like and people immediately exploit that. And while they're not exploiting the people making it, they're exploiting the end food supply.
Yeah. Oh, I lumped it doesn't exploit into like too much of a factor there, I guess. But yeah. So, which one of those did y'all like so much? Which one do you think was the best twist? Which one do you think you have a better answer for? Please let us know at Blueski, Super Pros Bros, or on Twitter at Like Ikes. You can always find me there. Or, via email, superprosbros@gmail.com. Please, we are curious. And with that fun thought for y'all, we're going to go to a break. See you in a bit.
Ever wondered, man, how bad can things really get in society and still be, fairly functional? I mean, if you've been there on your bad days, I recommend you indulge that sense of misery and desire for absolute suffering that comes from dystopian settings. Instead of simply hearing about economic inequalities, you can watch it play out on screen and, really pretend that that isn't you and your boss and your boss's boss. or there's people in Congress. You could look at things like Mad Max and Desertification and go, man, isn't this fun to watch play out and think about the crazy desert storms, bandits and raiders? Because we're never gonna get there. We can adjust our trajectory. We can fix our problems. Right? Right, guys?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know what band's gonna sue me, but let's hurry up and get out of here before they do. So, it was this morning. I was actually gonna put one of the movies I watched the other week, but this morning, last night, I like looking around on YouTube and got reminded of the awesome, I believe it's 2-season show, Ugly Americans.
Yeah.
Banger.
It got canceled. It did not deserve it.
Yeah, it's like the writing is on point. The animation style is fun and very inventive. It's just awesome. Highly recommend checking it out. I think sadly you have to go to Comedy Central to watch it. Let me see where to watch Ugly Americans. It's gonna say like something stupid. Oh no, it's on. You can watch it on Amazon. Oh, you have to pay for it. So it's on Paramount Plus. Which balls. But all 2 seasons are on there, so that's kind of nice. But highly recommend. Super fun. Trying to remember the cast. I feel like I know the like. Trying to think, I don't think anybody else from that show is like much of anything else. Kurt Metzger's a really funny. That's why it was so good. Like 2 of the people were comedians. Kurt Metzger and Natasha Leggero are both like good stand-up comedians, and they were like 2 of the main actors. So that helped. Oh shit! One of my favorite comedians, Pete Holmes, was in 20 episodes. I had no idea. That's neat. Anyway, yeah, check that show out. Give it a watch. It's super fucking fun. I think within 2 episodes, you'll know if you like want to watch the rest of them.
Yeah,
more or less the same thing over and over, but in the best fucking genius writing sort of way.
Yeah, it's very low stakes. It's very goofy. I've been reading something much darker. So I've been reading the new book by James Corey, The Mercy of Gods. Whew, it's a grim. It's basically what if tyrannical aliens enslaved humanity. Enjoy. Yeah, like when the aliens rock up and just take over the joint, it takes them 5 days. That's it. It's not fair.
That checks out.
Yeah, and like you get to watch one of the characters like just get worked because the aliens go, we're gonna prove a point. It's best if you surrender, so we're gonna kill 1/8 of your population.
Jesus.
And just one of the guys like hears this like kind of hornet whistle and just like, and he just dies. Just like, oh my god. Okay. Super grim. It's really cool. It's crazy. Yeah, I really like their stuff. I really liked The Expanse. I really like this. It's great.
Oh, is this the book I bought you?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Yay!
I'm almost done with it. So
Jesus.
It's pretty short.
You chew through books like I chew through candy bars. Good lord.
It's pretty short. Like it's not like big print. It's like double space. It's not.
How many pages is it?
It's like 400.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Sorry.
So, as I am a listening lad, I have been going back through and re-listening to the soundtrack from season 2 of Arcane. May you forever be beautiful. So many of the songs, like we discussed when we reviewed the episode, are awesome. I love the one that you shared before the show came out, Paint the Town Blue.
Yep.
And the kind of sweet, folksy Spin the Wheel. But the one that has been just free. Do you not remembering which that one was?
Hmm?
I said spin the wheel, and I heard you like say it. I thought you were like, which one is that one?
No.
Oh,
I don't know what I said exactly, but fucking love that song. It's on my fucking playlist. I love that song so much.
oh, it's a banger. But the one that has been just on repeat for me has been "Sucker" by Marcus King. Just hits the right amount of bang pow. I fucking cannot get enough of that song.
That's the one that plays like the start of the second episode. It's like about Jinx in the Undercity, right?
I think so. It's the one that says "sucker" a lot.
Thank you. I'm trying to place it in.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh Jesus! YouTube, relax.
Let's see where he remembers it being.
Yes. Okay, it is the song I thought it was.
Sweet. Yeah, that awesome song. So, yeah, give that a listen ski and enjoy it like I have for like the last 2 weeks. But before we send you off, per usual, we need to have a quippening of sorts. So, going to put 2 minutes on the old timer, but first, what are we quippening today, my fellow?
A childhood classic for us with Iron Giant.
Yes, sir. All right. 2 minutes on the clock. Ready, set. Or actually, 1 second. Hold on. Some things need to be amended. Okay. 2 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, and go.
You'll never know he's there. I'll keep him in a cage until you feel sorry for him and set him free in the house. You remember the raccoon, Hogarth? I remember the raccoon.
Welcome to downtown Coolsville. Population, us.
Do you talk, words? Blah, 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 like that?
Screw our country. I want to live.
Where's the giant, Mansley?
That's why I'm selling it. It's got a large bite out of it.
Frankly, I'm not entitled to reveal the specifics of the division I work for and all that implies.
So she moved up a grade because I wasn't fitting in. So now I'm even more fitting in. And I was getting good grades, I was like all A's. So my mom says, you need stimulation. And I go, no, I'm stimulated enough right now. You don't even have a challenge. You need a challenge. So now I'm challenged. All right, I'm challenged. So you hold me at lunch, pick all the big mooses who want to pound me because there I'm the shrinky dork who thinks he's smarter than everybody else. But I don't think I'm smarter. I just need to do my stupid homework. If everybody else just did the stupid homework, they can move up a grade and get pounded too. Is there any more coffee?
We're all out.
I said I'm hip.
Dean.
You'll be chief inspector of subway toilets by the time I'm through with you.
Now you make sure he stays there like a good soldier.
So we can't call Ripley's Believe It or Not because they wouldn't believe it?
That's fine. You want evidence? I'll get you evidence. And when I do, I'm going to want a memo distributed. That's just, okay. I'm going to want that memo carbon copied and redistributed.
And to close this out, I didn't know about this one until I was doing some Googling. Yes, we look up some of our quotes to make sure they're correct and find fun ones. So he wants us to hold the mustard and the mayo. How about just hold the flavor altogether? Apparently the mom says that in the background when in the diner scene, which I have no memory of. Yeah, it's
just lesson. Hey, I found your pet.
Oh crap. I try to remember that. I just remembered one of my other ones that I like, but I'm like, I can see it in my head, but I can't remember what he exactly says. When he's watching the horror movie at home.
You're gonna
go. Yeah, he says it with a mouth full of fucking potato salad or something.
For some reason, the army is in our front yard, Mr. Mansley.
As we come to our close here today, we wish to thank you for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this, please feel free to
Like,
comment
share,
and subscribe.
but don't forget, new episodes of Super Pros Bros come out the first and third Saturday of every month.
Bye.